Today we're making simple zucchini muffins. I'm borrowing this recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction. My oven is preheating to 425. I'm gonna line my muffin tin. In a large bowl, we're gonna mix our dry ingredients. I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat flour and 1 whole cup of all-purpose flour. We need 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon, I'm just gonna do 2, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Let's mix that all together. We're gonna set that aside. In a medium bowl, we're going to add, the recipe calls for vegetable oil or melted coconut oil. When recipes do that, I use light olive oil if I don't want to use canola or vegetable oil. So a 1/2 cup of white sugar, a 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar, light or dark, 2 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of milk. Mix that until smooth. The recipe says to whisk it together, and that would be helpful to break up your brown sugar. Then we need 1 3/4 of a cup of shredded zucchini. And you can do this at the beginning before you start anything else. I have a medium zucchini, and my plan is just to shred it all. And I never cut both ends off because one end is just the part that I'm gonna hold on to until the end. You also don't need to squeeze the water out of the zucchini for this recipe. So your zucchini is gonna go into your oil and sugar mixture. And I think I am gonna measure mine because I think I have a lot more than 1 3/4 of a cup. Yeah, I won't do the whole thing, almost. The rest I'll keep for maybe scrambled eggs. Maybe I'll make some sort of zucchini pancake. No, there's not that much. Okay, mix your zucchini in, and this recipe says you can also add in an optional cup of chocolate chips or nuts or raisins. Chocolate chips in zucchini bread or muffins is really good. Once you have that mixed in, which will just take a moment, we're going to pour our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. We're gonna stir this until just combined. And then that's when you'll fold in chocolate chips or whatever if you want to. Make sure you get all your dry ingredients from the bottom and your sides. I like to use a 1/3 or a 1/4 cup measuring cup to evenly distribute my batter. If baking with zucchini sounds a little strange to you, it's kind of like baking with pumpkin or carrots. It's just another vegetable, even though I think pumpkin's technically a fruit. So we're gonna bake these for 5 minutes at 425, and then keeping the muffins in the oven, don't open the door. We're gonna reduce the heat to 350 and continue baking them for another 15 to 17 minutes. We'll check them at 15 minutes plus 5, 20 minutes. Let's test them. I like to test the biggest one. That's good. No wet batter on there. One thing that I forgot to do that you can do is sprinkle some white sugar on top before you bake them so that you get a little bit of crisp caramelization maybe going on top. But honestly, I forgot, but I'm not mad about it because they smell delicious anyway. So I'm gonna let them sit in the pan for just a few minutes, and then I'll take them out so they can cool. They feel very soft, so I'm excited. But they're still really hot, so I'm gonna let them cool a little bit longer, and then we'll try them. Let's give one a go. They're still warm. This is a good breakfast or snack muffin. And even though we didn't sprinkle extra sugar on top, the top does have a little bit of a crunch to it. And that's nice. So not super sweet at all, but just enough to kind of maybe satisfy a little bit of sweet tooth. It's no substitute for chocolate, but I mean, that's what you're getting into. It's just like a sweetbread kind of. I don't know if it's the most moist zucchini bread I've ever had. And it could be that I baked it for an extra minute and I shouldn't have. So definitely start with a lesser time of 15 minutes when you change your oven temperature. But if you think these would be delicious, give this video a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more content. I will leave the link to this recipe down below along with the written out ingredients and instructions. And if you want another delicious muffin recipe, go ahead and click here on screen and I'll see you guys there.